Hey everybody, and welcome to the first ever Dicescape Unwind. Hello. This is our new Talk Back show. We're gonna send off. We just finished recording season 1 of Fallout: The Garden of Adam. And anybody want to say anything as we kind of close the chapter on this part of the story and get ready to start a new one?
We did it, yo. We did it.
Yeah. We did it.
Yeah. We did it.
Let's clink. Let's clink. Let's do it.
Let's clink. Cheers.
Here we go.
Salud.
Cheers. Here we go.
Oh. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very smooth.
Drink no chaser.
See, I can't do that because I'm gay.
Dr. Pepper.
You set me up for it.
Now it's time for some beer. Well, everybody.
What's everyone drinking? What's everyone
Spiced
drinking?
rum.
Ooh.
I'm drinking a New Belgium Fat Tire.
I had Superbird Reposado Tequila for the shot, and now I'm on to the champagne of beers of Miller High Life.
There we go.
Hydration.
Hey, hell yeah.
I had
I love
a really cheap vodka for the shot, and now I am drinking Two Chicks vodka, lemon, strawberry, basil cocktail. If you can't tell, I hate vodka. Cheers.
Cheers, y'all. Well, let's go ahead as we dive into our first Dicescape Unwind. Kind of to let everybody know, we're switching it up a little bit because we have a bunch of new shows coming out, and we're kind of bringing people together throughout the seasons of shows moving forward. But we figured it would be a great one to start on. Would be the season finale of Fallout: The Garden of Adam. So, I just want to take a moment and say how much fun it has been to sit at the table with all of you and just, one, tell a really fun story, but two, just get to know you all. And it's been such a fun ride, and I feel very fortunate to have had you all trust me with your time and take that step into doing this. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking a chance and joining up and telling the story together. So cheers to all of you.
Same goes for you, Kylie. I mean,
seriously.
this wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for you reaching out to us and bringing this table together. I genuinely, I've been I talked to my friends about this, and I tell them that I credit a lot of my personal growth on my own personal projects and whatnot to this game. This game genuinely made me fall back in love with TTRPGs and made me want to pursue it more seriously. And I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done for me and for this table. And this would not have been possible if it weren't for you. So thank you for all the time and effort and energy you put into us and trusting us with this story.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I can say,
Absolutely.
On April 24th, 2024, I received a message on my Instagram.
Are we pulling this up?
Hey,
Are we
Icarus,
pulling
I
up
hope
receipts?
this message finds you well. And I went, interesting. This is a message inviting me to play in a Fallout TTRPG that I didn't even know existed. I didn't know the Fallout TTRPG was a thing. And I was like, who is this person? How'd they find my contact information? Number one. Number two, is this legit? And I did. It was a chance. And I am forever thankful that for whatever goddamn reason, Kylie, you said, I want them. I'm very thankful. This table is a blast. I got to meet all of you in person too, which was PAX rocked. I'm very, very thankful we got to all, not just me at PAX, but get to film a session in person.
That was so cool.
Was nuts. Cool. The energy in that room was, we could have powered the city.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this table a whole lot, and I'm gonna miss this game. It's on hiatus, but I'm still gonna miss it.
Oh, we got other characters that we got to return back to.
I know.
Oh yeah.
I know. I'm aware. But until then, I'm gonna be thinking about Hawk a lot. And all the stuff that we've talked about for the next season and arcs and I'm so excited. Kylie, they're all going to tell you the same thing, I'm sure, over and over again. This would not even be a dream if it wasn't for you. And you bring us together and putting all that work and effort into editing. Editor to editor, hey, I feel it. You are incredible. You are an incredible person, incredible DM. Thank you. Yeah, just thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
It's
I
sap
feel
hour.
very lucky. Hey,
It is sap hour.
I'm gonna get progressively more sappy.
Let's
as we
go.
go,
Oh,
so
I'm
just
already
be
about
ready.
to cry. I got my initial message on Instagram June 3rd, right after the Stranger Guild's Tokens for Good charity
Hell
stream.
yeah, dude.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
A little behind the
It's
scenes
crazy.
there. We were like talking about doing the Fallout show, and in the talks for it, the three of us, me, Kylie, and Richard, we were like, we should like look online for some like other people who like are doing this stuff, and like some like other small creators to bring in. And like we started looking for a while, and I believe Icarus, honestly, you were in like the first batch of people we looked at, I think.
For
And
what?
like we had like just a list of people that like we just like we were exploring Instagram and like found you, and so we reached out, and like thankfully you said yes, and it's just been I fucking love you guys so much, and I love this game. This game is so special to me because like I was a huge Fallout fan in high school before I even knew what a TTRPG was. And so getting to be able to like step into that world to play a character, and having you guys at this table to be opposite me the whole time has been just a gift. So amazing. And what's funny is some of the people at this fucking table have never played a Fallout game, which is crazy.
Shut up! Leave me alone!
But,
Shut up!
No,
And
but
you're
here's the
true.
thing.
Been able to
All right.
tell.
I played 20 minutes of Fallout
Okay.
4. Shut up!
Listen, I wasn't going to call you out, Dakota, but here's the thing. Ruthie could totally be a character in that universe, and you have no
Absolutely.
idea how amazing all these characters were. And it just, oh my God, this party is... And speaking for me, on top of it, not only just that, I have played TTRPGs now for the better part of 10 years. Oh my God, that's crazy. I've never finished a campaign. Never. D&D, any system I've played, they all just fizzle out.
Yeah.
This one didn't. And I'm so glad it didn't. I'm so glad we're coming back for season 2. And
Okay.
I am waiting, chomping at the bit until then. I love you guys so much. Can't wait to see you guys at Gen Con soon, some of you. Can't wait to see you guys at PAX, some of you.
Yes.
Or all of you, I hope. But
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
be
be
there.
there.
We'll all be there. Yeah,
Oh.
we'll all be there.
Yes, sir.
God, I love this
Yeah.
game. I love it. I'm sorry to keep going on, but just
It's okay. That's what this is
like
about.
we started this game as like fully nobody. Like kind of, and honestly the way that this game has kind of skyrocketed Dicescape in general has been insane. Some people recognized us at PAX when we had like 9 episodes out, which was nuts. I know Dakota got recognized at fucking Disney World the other day. Like,
Disneyland.
what
Yep.
the fuck? Like, Crit Award nom? Are you kidding me?
I know.
Best series
Best
Crit Award nom?
series.
Like,
Jesus.
guys, I love this game. Thanks for playing with me. That's it.
Yeah. Man, where do I even begin? Let's start. Let's go
Bring
all
us
the
home,
way,
baby.
all the way back.
I think we just went back.
Well, I
In-
was born.
Well, you see.
In the year 2000.
You were born
I
in
don't know if
2000?
I was
Wait,
born in
hold on. I
2000,
gotta process
yeah.
that.
Really?
What the
Yeah.
fuck? I'm
that
so
crazy?
old.
Is that crazy?
I know. I feel so old right now. I'm
I
only
know
2 years
Icarus is
older than you.
2005.
Really?
No.
Oh, what the fuck? I was like, whoa, hold on.
I was expecting Icarus to give a reaction, but they were just like, they're just waiting to hear more.
That was a lot of like,
Like, let's see where this goes.
I'm such a lightweight that I would have believed you. Like, I'm already kind of there, so I'd have been like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, I'm 20.
Yeah.
No, but in
How old are you?
August,
I'm 20.
you're the youngest person ever. In August of 2023, I mean, I had known Kylie from college. We'd gone together. I was in a film festival. When I had my first year in the film festival, Kylie was the co-director. I remember after they were leaving, interviewing with them to try and get that co-director position. And then after they left, I got the position. I was going through all of college. I think I probably messaged you every now and then about stuff about the film fest, but we had played in a campaign for like a little bit, and you kind of got me like really into D&D. Like I had a college group that I played with that kind of introduced me. I remember sitting down with someone one day whose name was Jake, I think. Jake the Lumberjack was his Discord handle. Who sat down with me for like 2 hours. I created my first character. His name was Drakir. He was like an evil dwarf. Like it was just our party was called the Slaughterhouse. It was like pretty much like, I feel like the parties you see on TikTok where they just cause chaos and it's like you kind of have a plan. I didn't really know what I was doing yet or how to play D&D and if I should be doing a voice. Like I was trying to do an accent sometimes. Anyways, besides the point, I remember being in Film Fest class and Kylie was talking D&D about someone, and I basically kind of snuck my way into a campaign that they were like just about to run. Where I think to this day I've probably played my favorite character ever. His name was Ramsey Pip Tanner. He's a halfling. He was a rogue. I think about him so much. He has a very special place in my heart. Even now, I'm thinking that I'm making him a constant in every universe that I create, where he's always a character that is somewhere. He's the same guy. Just because I like that character, Kylie, like seriously had that much. It still has so much of an impact on me. And you really brought me into like that. The first campaign I played didn't really feel like D&D as I know it now. And playing with you like that, like thinking about D&D is like that is D&D for me. Was that first campaign, and being into that world. But so eventually that campaign kind of like slowed down. We just weren't able to schedule it, and we stopped playing. So it gets to like August of 2023. I sent Kylie a message. I'm like, hey, Baldur's Gate came out. I know because it's D&D. Like, are you playing it? So we start talking a little bit. I found the message, and they say, yeah, it's great. And they said, also kind of a crazy question, but I wanted to ask, would you ever be interested in being a character on a D&D and TTRPG podcast? And I remember seeing that message and like freaking out. Because like I didn't even like I knew you were kind of doing D&D stuff. But I didn't know like that you were planning to do this, and then now being asked to do it, like it again just brought me back to like to thinking about Ramsey and thinking about D&D, and I just didn't have a group to play with anymore. I just didn't play anymor. And I was so excited to get back to it. I remember saying like, I said, would I? And I said, Sydney would like me to describe the noise I made, which was a whoa, or like along those lines.
I love that so much.
It was some sort of like, yeah, I remember like I said it out loud, and he was like, what happened? I was like, Kylie just sent me a message. They want me to be in a TTRPG podcast. And to think now, 2 years down the road, like how far we've come from that moment of starting up Candela Obscura, and then having Jake join, and then your story of you meeting Jake just by happenstance at like it just wasn't supposed to happen. Somebody canceled. And then doing Fallout when Streets of Nevermore was ending, and now being here. I remember like doing the first session 0 with everyone, and not even session 0 where it was like the game you had us play. We were all like,
the cards
for the queen.
I think about that constantly. I love that game.
And to think like how like my confidence has been built by playing with you, and learning to be comfortable in this space, especially with like the idea of playing with random people like 2-3 years ago is so scary. Like I don't think I would have been really open to it. Like say if 2022 when you were first talking about it to go on Discord and play with random people, and I don't know, you guys are all like super cool too, and I get huge imposter syndrome because you guys are fucking sick, especially like Dakota. I look at your TikTok, I'm like, holy fucking shit. Jake, just
I don't
like
know
your
how.
your editing and your audio skills, like the whole time you were doing Streets of Nevermore, I was like, holy shit, this guy's crazy. Especially at PAX when you had your friend too who's over, I was like, oh my god, these guys are like,
she's the man.
Jake is like legit. Jake is legit.
Oh my god,
that's what I fucking went to college for. I hope I'm legit at it.
And then Icarus, when I saw your account too, I was like, holy shit, like they're a cosplayer. They do really fucking sick cosplays. They have a ton of followers. Somehow my friend Sam like was a TikTok mutual with them.
Yep.
They like knew Icarus. That was really crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But I remember just being really like impressed by everyone. And I got like huge ass imposter syndrome because I was like, fuck, I'm just a guy. I don't have like a social media presence. Like I'm still new to TTRPGs.
Doesn't matter.
Nah, bro, hold on. You listen to me for a second, okay? Because
go first, and then it's my turn.
I don't have no social.
Me too. I'm getting.
I don't have no social media presence either.
Let's go.
I don't have no social media presence either. I post when I fucking feel like it. But you, I see you fucking. The shit that you've made for us, the title sequence that you guys see every week for fucking Fallout, that's Richard. Okay? Go and follow Level 4 guy on Instagram. This guy's posting all of his cool shit. The King of Dragon stuff that you've been posting is so cool.
Dude.
And like you are such a talent. You should not have imposter syndrome. None of us should. We're all so good at this. And I'm a victim of it too. Everybody is, but don't be so humble. You're amazing, Rich.
Yeah. Literally, you inspired me to relearn how to do DaVinci. Like when I told Kylie I would come on and start doing social media for like to help you guys with social media for Dicescape. I literally like the stuff you post. I was like, I need to relearn how to do DaVinci, and like I hold myself to your standard, genuinely.
Oh my
because
God,
the stuff that you post even on your personal, I'm like, how the fuck does Richard do that? Like you inspire me to be better at social media. And if it makes you feel better, half of my following is just people that I got from sports. It's not even TTRPG. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I got them. I don't know why I got them. I just got them.
I'm a Dragon Age account. I'm with you. I don't know who these people are. Richard, you're so effortlessly funny, and I hope you know that.
Yeah.
Like, I can guarantee you, like, 99% of the scenes which we are losing our minds, like tears in our eyes laughing, is because of something you do or say.
Yeah.
You are an extremely funny person, and you rock at roleplay. Like, you should not get imposter syndrome because playing, like, across the table from you, actually and spiritually, is a blast. Like, every single time I'm so happy, I'm waiting for, what's Phil gonna say? Because, like, you're gonna do something nuts, you're gonna say something nuts, or it's gonna be the funniest thing I've ever heard at a table, and I'm always right. So jot that down.
Yeah.
I will say though, like on Richard's point of imposter syndrome, like, because you guys all had been established by the time I joined. I joined literally, well, I mean, not as much, but like you guys already probably had a session 0 by the time I joined. And like now having the access that I have to the Discord, like I know that you guys, already had like character concepts and we're already starting to kind of formulate. And I remember joining and being like, Icarus is already like established in the TTRPG community. Like the two of
the Strangers Guild stream, I was like, shit, these people are legit.
Right, because like
they got a charity stream. They raised $2,000. I was like, fuck.
And like I knew Caleb, because we did the Goddess of Wisdom.
Oh my God, dude, Caleb.
Love Caleb. Shout out Caleb. Shout out.
Anytime I see Caleb, I'm like,
Caleb, I'm very excited you're gonna get close to the Drylands.
Caleb, I can't wait to play Crash with you, Caleb.
What? Oh, I'm seated.
I found out because of the Discord channel. I was like, this cast? Ooh. Anyway, but like, I remember joining and being like, dude, like I actually thought about quitting. I'm gonna be honest. I was really close to messaging Kylie and asking to quit. I ended up not going
to do that. So different.
I'm so well. I think what actually sold it for me was when we played the first play test. And I think I've mentioned this before in a couple of other dugouts, but so for those of you who don't know, Jake and I never actually communicated about Ruthie and Reed. Yeah. I think we had a play test where something kind of sparked it. And so I reached out to Kylie and I was like, hey, like I am comfortable with in-game romance. Like if it happens, great. If it doesn't, great.
Yeah, and real quick, bad advice. Talk about it. Not that anything bad happened between us. We were both comfortable. We were cool. But definitely talk about it with the person. Don't be
always like,
you know what? Rule of thumb: don't be a creep. We're good.
Don't be weird. Which is like, now that I know you, I would have reached out and been like, hey, I felt something here. Do you also feel it? But I think I was so intimidated by the three of you that I reached out to Kylie and was like, hopefully that gets to the right people. Because I didn't know you well enough to be like, hey, do you want to romance my character guy I've never met before who's totally in a relationship?
No, well, here, I'll give a little bit of backstory on Reed here.
Yes, please.
My original pitch to Kylie for Reed was, I want to surprise Richard. Because we had played a couple of sessions of Candela Obscura together, and I absolutely loved the way that Richard role-played and like in scenes together. For those who haven't watched it, my character well, thank you. I need to finish it.
I will say Cassandra made she's listening to like an audiobook that's like very much immersive. She says yours is better than like a she's like Jake's is better than
dude, I listen to audiobooks all the time now and I'm like, they're not, I need an audioscape. I can't do this like just one person performance. Like it makes such a huge difference.
It was like one of those books that they do like they like add in all of the background, but she says Jake's is better.
Guys,
she's like,
that means so much to me. I took a lot of inspiration from like Worlds Beyond Number and things like that, where I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna show these people that I want to fucking be here, I was like, I am going to do the fuck out of this right now. I was like, I'm gonna fucking make you feel like you're sitting in the room with these fucking people when this guy's face disappears. Okay. So
I haven't gotten there yet. Hold on, I haven't gotten there yet.
No.
Episode 3 is fucking nuts.
I've only listened to a little bit of episode 1.
Okay, no, I started with them at 3.
Oh yeah, that was 3 is like when I got my new mic. Like
it's when I started doing sound design and stuff. And I would love to do that more in the future. It's a lot of work, but
it's a lot of work.
But all that is to say, my original pitch. I was saying that my character in Nevermore, for those who haven't watched it, is very like a guy who's been in the Candela Obscura business for a couple years, and he's a piece of shit. He's just a shithead bartender, and Victor's character was like brand new. He's like a kid. He didn't know what was going on. And immediately it was like, I felt like even though that was the case, like Scott felt some type of way of like, oh, I recognize that in that kid and I'm going to be there for that kid in this moment. But, and those scenes where me and Richard had, I loved working with you, Richard. So my pitch to Kylie for Reed was, I want to surprise Richard and I want to make a character who's a synth. My original pitch was that the experiment was that you were the only person in the vault that was real.
Oh my god!
I was the only person in the vault who was real?
Yeah. That was my original pitch. We didn't go with that one.
God.
But yeah, I wanted the surprise to be big for you, Richard, when Reed is a synth. And then at the same time as the game was starting and we were getting to know each other and the characters were getting to know each other, I was like, oh, like this thing with Ruthie is awesome because it like having a love interest complicates it so much,
Mhm.
and it makes the story like so like it like I said, it complicates that story so much, and I loved that about having that like romantic piece to it as well.
It's that good old fashioned robot story. Can a robot love?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Apparently this one
need you to
can, but he
know.
still thinks that he's just a fucking bucket of bolts. So
I do need you to know that the moment we found out, I have had an idea. I go over in my head every now and then what Ruthie's gonna say when she finally finds out.
Oh, I genuinely have tried to think about it a lot, and I really don't know which way Ruthie goes. I have no idea.
I'm
And
not
so
gonna
like
tell you.
yeah, please don't. I don't see, that's the thing about me is that like I love all the lore and give me that, but I want it to happen in game. Don't tell me anything, don't tell me nothing. I want to find out in game.
Tell me, because I will forget anyway.
I'll text you. I tell Icarus everything at this point. Like, that's how
And
close
I'm
Icarus is.
saying none of it.
It's great. We have the best relationship.
Because every time, if you tell me something you already told me, I'm going to react like it's new because it is.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
And Icarus, I also want to tell you, my wife Danielle, amazing. She absolutely loves Hawk, and she loves the way that you play Hawk so much. So I just want to give you your flowers there too.
Thank you. I just wanted to play a silly little robot who thinks they're a person. That's all I wanted at the end of the day.
Hey, same.
Amazing.
Oh
my God.
Shut up. Stop talking.
But in
I
that vein,
swear to God.
I would love to hear what everyone's original pitches were now, because I'm curious.
We'll start with you, Icarus. What was your original?
When I make characters, the first thing I jump to is, okay, what's a stereotype? How do I subvert it? So for me, I mean, looking at the Fallout setting, I was like, I feel like doing a Mr. Handy, A, would be different and weird and fun.
Yeah.
And B, I get to be the literal tank. And I love, if you don't know me, I love being the tank. So I went to Kylie with that initial, like, yeah, I think I want to be like a Mr. Handy and Miss Nanny. And the more I thought, I'm like, what if they don't know that they are a robot? What if they believe to their core they are a human being and they just got radiated or something happened? Like they see themselves as a person when they look in a mirror. And I don't know when Charlie became a part of the backstory. I don't think she was a part of it at the start, but it was like, okay, well, what's the motivation? What are they doing out in the world? And I was like, well, what if they're looking for something? What if they're looking for someone? And it devolved to, okay, they were traveling with a human, that human died, and they have taken on the persona of that person because they glitched out and they can't handle grief. And then I was like, okay, if we want to make it extra sad, give him a kid. And now I gotta go find the kid that I think is mine, but it's not actually mine, but like in a weird way it still is. And it just kind of kept falling from there. And yeah, Kylie helped me build a lot of the backstory. It was a lot of us in the DMs like, hey, what about this? What about this? What do you think about this? So thank you for helping me build out Hawk.
I mean, hey, you I mean, it's all about just like, it's just about setting the foundation. You gave me
the foundation.
Yeah, and then you brought the character to life. I mean, that's where the real magic is. So
yeah, and I'm very eager for what we have planned for season 2. I cannot wait, man.
So many thoughts.
But yeah, all right, popcorn, Richard.
Man,
I want to know about Phil so bad.
Yeah, Phil. So it's hard thinking back. Like, so I was trying to find old messages. I think what happened was Kylie and I talked on the phone a lot about Phil.
Yeah, we did. We did talk on the phone a lot.
We talked on the phone a lot. I usually happened, like we always planned the call, and then somehow something came up, and I would happen to be at the train station. A lot of phone calls accidentally happen at the train station, and like trying to talk over the trains and stuff. But like, I remember, I think my idea was that I had just kind of been playing Victor, and I think with every character, I want to play someone different, but I want to bring like myself into them like all the time. I always want to, like any character, I feel like with everyone, you always want to bring yourself to it. And I think with Phil, like after playing Victor, like Victor, it was so sad and so depressed and just starving himself and hated his life and was like kind of just sure he was always about to die. And he was kind of okay with that. So I was like, I want to play someone, I think the exact opposite of that. I want to play, I really liked playing, I think it was like a multitude of things of other characters I've played in one shots and I wanted to kind of continue. And it's just someone who was just like indomitable human spirit. Nothing can kind of beat him down. Just really happy, like classic, like 50s dad. What I brought into it, I think, was my own like yearning to be a dad one day, and like I really want to be a dad. I really want to be a girl dad. But like I really want to be a dad. And I think I brought that to Phil, and I like the idea that like it was just one. Like I remember talking to Kylie, I think, about his name, and I liked just keeping it Phil. And the tagline, like, it's just Phil, or he's just Phil. I just wanted to play like a classic Vault Dweller, I think, of just someone who's just so happy and just seeing how the world will fuck him up. I remember too, actually, there was one night that an idea came to me and Phil almost went in a very different direction. And this is something that I had a call about Kylie with the next day or so, because I was like, I need to talk to you about this. I think I remember sending it to him like late at night or either right when I woke up. But it was, I just had this fucking idea that I kept turning over my head. What if Phil's evil? What if Phil is bad? How? Because I was thinking about, like, I just kept thinking about how far does his loyalty go with Vault-Tec? And I kept thinking about it. I went down this fucking rabbit hole like at 1 o'clock in the morning one night. And I just couldn't get the idea out of my head. What if Phil is bad? What if he's evil? What if it gets to that point where he can make that decision and he says, I'm sticking with Vault-Tec? Yeah. And I think what, again, brought me back was just that idea of who Phil is at heart. And so I think I had that discussion with Kylie, and I was like, okay, this is what I think. I think he might have that like toss up in his head. I mean, like, I don't know what to choose. But I think in the end, he will choose to go against Vault-Tec. I think it just might take him some time to get there. That was like always a conversation early on about like who Phil was going to be, especially when that came up. But I think it just came down to like, yeah, who is Phil? Like, and he just like is this constant positive spirit that can't ever fully be diminished. Like no matter what happens to him, he'll always be positive. I think he'll always try to be positive, which I don't know if that's like a spoiler for season 2, but like that's how I'll always play him. Like I used to have a sheet where I would look like, okay, what would Phil do in this situation? Like this is how he reacts to certain things. I used to have like a reference sheet that I would look at, like when we first started. So if I ever like in the moment just couldn't think of it, I'm like, okay, look at this thing. These are Phil's morals. What would he do? And the premise of his whole character is that he's just always happy. He's always wanting to help. He doesn't necessarily care for his own well-being. I mean, like he takes care of himself, but he always puts others first, and I think that's Phil. And I think that's kind of what played into later of like him kind of, and I now going to season 2 with Icarus and their kid being reunited. Like Phil's, I think by this point kind of given up on his dream. I think he's seen the world as different, and he doesn't think that it's a real possible option up here. I think he thinks the world is different, but I think he's also kind of maybe okay with that. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. I'm interested to explore that part of him in season 2 to see if like, yeah, like, I mean, Phil kind of in the seasons discovers found family, and he doesn't know what the hell found family is. And so in a way he's kind of found like a new family, you know, and I think he's maybe learning that he doesn't need to have the traditional family, and that that he found one, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, that was Phil. It was just like, always stay positive. Almost had a turn of being like, yeah, he's evil, because I think I really like the idea of playing someone, I think, throughout the campaign who, like, I had this idea of like just turning on the party and almost like then being in cahoots with Kylie, and then like almost shifting to like a writing role from there, and kind of being in the background. And like, if I ever came in, I was only to be like evil. Like I just had this one night where I just couldn't fall asleep. Like I was so invested in evil Phil.
Oh my god!
But Phil's spirit brought me back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phil Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, in reference to having Charlie back early in the episodes, because I've been going back and re-listening to early episodes,
Same.
like the whole thing.
The voice. I didn't even talk about the voice. Sorry,
The
keep going
voice.
now.
No, early on, I even hint like Phil reminds Hawk of Ethan incredibly, to a T. I think Charlie's really going to get attached to Phil for the same reason, because you remind her of her dad
I
so
almost wanted
much.
to like bend down and pick them up at the end of the episode, because I thought they were running towards me, but I didn't want to be like, I think Phil is very like he feels almost awkward now talking to kids, especially with like, I think he's been to a couple settlements now where there's been a kid.
Yeah.
And I've almost felt like a father figure role, and Phil's like now almost afraid to confront that, because I think it makes him think about it.
Yeah.
So I think that was a moment too where I'm like, oh, okay, like maybe this kid's running.
I'm gonna make you
I can be
confront
a
it.
positive figure. I can like be comforting, because I think that's Phil's initial instinct. Is like, oh, there's a kid. They might be afraid. I got to comfort them. And he's got like the security guard instinct of being like, there's a lost kid. Let me comfort them. Let me find your mom. Kind of thing. Like you want to be that comforting thing of this kid who's like, we'll later look on and like in life and be like, oh yeah, that was a silly time when I was lost as a kid. But as a kid, like right then and there, that's so traumatizing of being in a Target and you can't find your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Phil like just doesn't want to confront that. Like, so he, yeah. I was just
Kylie,
like,
I'm hearing a
anyway.
plot thread to follow.
Oh, yes, indeed. Oh no, I'm writing stuff down. So.
Oh no.
Icarus, check your Discord.
Yeah, but the voice too, like, I remember doing that first session, I just couldn't, like, it was a throat thing, it hurt to do. I couldn't really do the Louisiana. I really wanted to, but I just couldn't. I tried watching videos. I'm sure, like, if I gave enough time to it, maybe, but, like, I just wasn't there, and I was like, I need something soon. I don't know how the Kermit thing came. I think I was just trying to find. I think it's because we were watching Bob's Burgers, and there's a character in Bob's Burgers, like Bob's friend, and I kind of drew inspiration from that. And I used to do Ted, and I used to do a Kermit Frog voice like in high school, and I remember my brothers used to think I could do it like well, so I do it more. And I think, I was just testing out voices by myself when, like, Sydney couldn't be home. I had to be alone to do it. And I think I just found it. And Sydney came home and was like, Sydney, I found it. Like, I remember telling her in the kitchen and going through it. I remember when I found his voice. It was, like... Because
you'd had a voice prior, but you were like, it hurts if I do this for too long.
I just wasn't confident in it. I was not confident in it.
I remember.
Yeah.
I will say, on the point of Icarus saying that... Phil reminds Alice of Ethan. So during the live episode, I think you can find the exact moment if you really watch hard enough. Icarus and I were sitting next to each other and we were writing notes to one another.
Yes, we were.
And at one point, Icarus had said something about Phil reminding Alice of Ethan. And I wrote on my I asked Icarus on my character sheet, does Alice have those same feelings for Phil as Alice does for Ethan? And Icarus wrote yes, and it is still on my character sheet.
Wow.
Like I will start a new character sheet before I erase it.
You're framing that is what you're gonna do.
Oh, for sure. But I think it's really interesting because obviously we have the Ruthie Reed relationship happening, and I like watching that evolve. But I think it's even more interesting watching Alice and Phil and how their relationship evolves, and kind of how it is a little bit of a mirror with Reed and Ruthie's relationship, but a lot more like obvious. Like, obviously Alice being a Miss Nanny, like how does that equate into like Phil, and like if that happens or does it not? Not to like stop the
No, I like that Phil and Alice had like a opposite character arc, kind of like their morals shifted over the season.
Mm-hmm.
She is more like how Phil was at the start, and he's more comfortable with like, okay, so we gotta kill people if it comes down to it. I'm man eater, and she was calling herself the machine. Like, yeah.
Look at the comparison from the end of episode 1 of Phil being mad about what Reed is doing and burying the bodies, to Phil jumping off a railing and slamming a guy's head into the floor.
Yeah.
It's it's so funny too, because like kind of going off of what Richard said about like I was on We're More Than Just Characters, the Knocked Prone podcast, and I had talked about how in every single one of my characters I put a little bit of myself in them, like Richard had said. With Ruthie, it was really interesting, and I had mentioned this to Richard at one point, but I don't think it's on recording anywhere. When I was coming up with Ruthie, a campaign that I was in had abruptly stopped. And this character, her original name was Rosie. She's actually now what people of Dicescape know to be Eleanor. But Rosie was a character I had actually created to be a DMPC for my first ever D&D campaign that fizzled out. And so she was created to be a foil to another character. And I'm going to end it at that because I don't want to give away too much, obviously. But so when Kylie had come to me and was like, hey, would you like to be a part of this? I was really missing Rosie. And I was like, okay, how can I do Rosie but in a Fallout setting? And Icarus can attest to this as well. I'm a person that I find my character as a campaign is happening. I have the bones of it, but as a campaign begins, I feel like as an actor, that's when I start to sit in it and I start to be like, okay, this is this and this is that. So originally, Ruthie was supposed to be a part of a raider group that the entire group left her for dead. And then Sputnik found her, and her whole idea was like finding a found family. And then from there, it was on a call, the two of us, me and Kylie, where we came up with the idea of her being truly based off of baseball, because I was making my character sheet and I saw that a baseball bat was a weapon, and I was like, wait, I could do something with this. And Slugger was actually on the character sheet before Reed started calling her Slugger. My idea was that she would be known on the Wasteland as Slugger, but we never got to that. And then Reed one day called her that, and I was like, Jake doesn't even, again, please talk to your DMs before you, and like other players before you do stuff. Don't do as we say, not as we do. But it was just really funny because it was like you unknowingly gave my character a nickname that I had hoped someone would give her. I'm also really heavily inspired by music. I've got a bunch of character playlists for every single one of my characters. And so she grew from sort of like taking a piece of this other character that I had, because I like to think that all of my characters for any TTRPG are little bits of sort of a core character, because Rosie as a DMPC was really just kind of like a self-insert in a way. And so I take, which I guess again kind of goes back to what Richard was saying, I take bits of my character, but it's more like bits of her backstory go to all of my characters. And so with like Cersei, her being a ranger, with Ruthie, her wanting a found family that like understands her. I also give every single one of my characters a hobby. Doesn't matter what system. And I was rereading The Martian at the time, which is one of my all-time favorite movies, one of my all-time favorite books. And when I was going over the character sheet and I saw that one of the things that we could have was a token, I reached out to Kylie and I was like, hey, is this plausible? Could I do this? And from there, we built this character, you know, as yeah, she's from the Wasteland. A lot of people from the Wasteland aren't like the most educated people ever because of, you know, there's no school considering. And I really liked the idea of this person living in a wasteland where knowledge is probably limited, and yet she's both book smart and street smart. I thought that would be really interesting in a world where technology is so advanced, but also so not advanced, that she doesn't know this from that from technology, but she knows a shit ton about books. And it just sort of evolved from there. And I joked about it a lot during the season, but I genuinely have a list of baseball players, because as the idea of her using a baseball bat evolved, I wanted to base her a lot more off of baseball, because it's something that I grew up with my dad, like watching and playing. And so I don't think I've ever shared the actual list, so I'm going to find it really quick. I don't know if anyone's going to know these people, but the list was Pee Wee Reese, who played on the Brooklyn Dodgers with Jackie Robinson, Jackie Robinson, Freddie Freeman, the love of my life, first baseman for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts, who plays outfield for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez, who also plays outfield for the Dodgers, Brian Dozier, famous Dodger, Max Kepler, used to be on the Twins, no longer is, Joe Mauer, famous catcher for the Twins, Ralph Branca, pitcher for the Brooklyn Dodgers when Jackie Robinson was there, Justin Morneau, famous Twin, Kirby Puckett, famous Twin, Harmon Killebrew, famous Twin. Seth Green is a little obscure. He was a Dodger when I started loving the Dodgers back in like the early 2000s. Burt Blyleven, famous Twin, Kike Hernandez, current Dodger, Sandy Koufax, famous Dodger, Corey Hunter, famous MLB player. And I'm the kind of person that when I find a niche for my character to stick in, I will research the out of it. And Icarus can pertain to this. Circe is named after the Greek myth Circe. And so a lot of her backstory is based off of Greek myth. Mary, my old character from Dice Rolls Can Kill, was really heavily inspired by the moon. And from there, it grew into the Ruthie that we know and love today. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just like baseball.
So interesting. Yeah. It's interesting to see the journey. Yeah. And I think sometimes it's fun to like go into a campaign with a concept, but then to let it breathe and evolve. And as you find your character along the way, it's been so cool to see. I just think about like having one-on-ones with everybody and just thinking about how your characters change from our initial conversation, from those talks to tonight, to recording episode 20. So, but with that said, let's jump into the next question. This is a great one that was brought up. What is everyone's favorite moment from the overall season? We'll go around.
You're muted.
Oh, you're muted.
Jake,
I think you should keep talking like that.
Damn it.
I want to read your
that
lips.
guy's got mind powers. One of my favorite fucking moments. That, and there's been so many little moments which are now escaping my brain because I've been thinking about the mind powers for 5 minutes.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I feel like I have two.
I also think I have two.
I
have a bunch.
Party one, I mean, just the live episode.
Yeah.
Iconic, being in person. Icarus dying, going through their memories, like this Dakota going with Harmon for a second, like just the drama. I love drama within the group, and I fucking was eating that up. I think personal favorite moment, the Gator fight. Because I think too, it was so important to the way I played Phil for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
It was the transition of Phil to Maneater. Because of how well it went, I think it not only gave me it gave me confidence, but I think it gave like Phil confidence in this new moniker that he's taken, that he's like, I actually will take this moniker and run with it. I am Maneater. And I think that maybe if it didn't go as well, I don't know if Phil would still refer to himself as Maneater, but I think it was just this perfect little moment. You brewed up, I think the whole, from the first teasers I was making on social media for the campaign, one of the things was like Hawk's poster and there's a gator claw in the background. And they talking to you, being like, well, if it's going to be in Florida, there's going to be a gator claw at some point. Just waiting for that moment.
It was the Chekhov's gun.
Having it be an arena and it's this fight, it's a circus tent. that episode was one of my favorites to film. And I think it just had a really big impact on the rest of Phil's journey.
I mean, the difference of Phil in the beginning to fucking man-eater is insane.
Oh, yeah.
Man-eater.
Upper punching.
Oh my god.
Punching a gator claw in the face.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I also
That's pretty
have
epic.
2. Number 1 in my heart, always and forever. Wrong place, Pete. The whole reading the journal and me sobbing
Yeah.
the more you got into it. God, nothing topped that moment for me.
Mm-mm.
Just on a personal level. I go back and rewatch just that section, at least once a month.
So good.
It's so good.
Really, a lot of
So
iconic
good.
NPCs. Side note.
Yeah,
Like,
Oh my God,
that takes
yes.
me into number 2.
Vermin.
Vermin. My bestie, specifically his very first interactions with Reed. That's when I go back and I rewatch just for Reed going, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" It's such a funny I like that their interactions never really got better. I like that he's still freaked out by Vermin.
Yeah.
As soon as Vermin was introduced, I was like, I know exactly how Reed is going to react to this person.
mhm.
Reed is going to be like, and what are you supposed to be? You know?
Yeah.
It was so funny. Kylie, I am so forever thankful that Vermin stuck with us. Basically, we made him king. He's a king now,
As he should be.
as he should be.
King Vermin.
But yeah, Vermin just overall phenomenal. The most insane
Amazing.
NPC I've ever had a DM throw at us. Incredible.
He has plot armor.
He does.
Mandatory
He better-
plot armor.
He's not dying. Kylie, you
I-
hear me?
He's
I-
Well, if
I love
anybody
Vermin
wants to get
very
to the
much.
king of fucking the kitchen, then they're going to have to get to the rat. All right? And
All
that's
right.
not going to go well.
Nobody's
the
gonna
rat
fuck with
is the
me.
king
I
of the
kill them
kitchen.
all.
He literally is a rat king now.
You
I am
first
the Ratatouille.
the way you
Motherfucker.
described him, because the way you introduced Vermin was beautifully done. It was a callback to the first ghoul I think we ever interacted with, which was huddled up in a corner that attacked
That's
us.
right.
And I shot dead. And
Uh-huh.
so you I don't know if you did it on purpose, but you mirrored, there's another ghoul in a corner, curled in on himself. I'm like, okay, I got my gun out, I'm ready. And then you say, yeah, he has this long fake rat nose and a wig and a top hat. And I went, hold on,
And tried to steal my
What's his
boots.
what's his name? Okay. And I got attached instantly.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
think it was adding the wig under the top hat that really did it for me. But yeah, and then you gave him he had a husband, he knows how to make clothes, he makes little sock puppets. It was
Mhm.
what
I
a
remember
character.
he reminded me of someone you would have seen in Dark Crystal or Labyrinth, one of the puppets.
Yeah.
That's what I immediately thought of.
I thought of Schmeagol.
Yeah.
Same.
Both.
Both.
I
Yes.
think about Vermin all the time, and he transcends campaigns
As he
well.
should.
He
As he
his
should.
name is Ratchet in another campaign I
God.
have.
Wasn't he in the
character-
one shot that we
He
did?
was in the one shot we did.
he
Yeah.
was the old sage.
That's right.
I dream about Vermin is an original character, an original NPC that I dream about cosplaying so bad.
As
I
you
want
should.
you
I
two
want
for
to-
PAX. I need
I
if
already-
you
I've-
have
I already-
Vermin for our next season
For our live
2
show?
opener.
I'll dress as Ruthie again. Let's do it. Dress as our characters. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I have gone as far as looking up how much a mannequin costs because I want to
Oh,
put it.
boy.
Just get ahead.
And I'm gonna
as
make
long as you
sock
have a
puppets.
head. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god, please.
One for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, no. But go ahead, Ruthie. Go ahead. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say-
Dakota. Sorry.
No, my name is Ruthie. Ah.
Ruthie.
I have a moment for every single person at this table.
Oh
Oh.
god.
Because I think about things a lot. For Icarus, so I'm making a thing that I'll probably post tomorrow as like a celebration for us getting through the season. Kylie knows what I've been working on. For Icarus, it's the moment during the Gator Claw fight where Hawk is introducing each and every one of us. Like that over there is like, it was just the way that Hawk went about it was so badass. And it's probably one of my favorite moments that Hawk has had, for sure.
Thank you. They possess me.
It was amazing. For Phil, it was Phil I have two for Phil. For Phil, it was Phil screaming about him being a catch in Shonda's thing.
Yes.
The second one is when he truly believed that Vault Tech was evil and beat up his scrapbook.
Piece of scrapbook.
Yeah.
The chills I had when we recorded that, and even listening back to that, and like the way I truly believe that you, Richard, were someone that just had your entire like belief system shattered.
Yeah.
It was so good, and it's like genuinely top 10 moments in any campaign I've ever been in. Like the way that you and Phil reacted to that. Because obviously all of us were in for quite a shock, but like I truly believed in that moment, like the way that you were reacting was the way that you would have reacted.
You know, I wish I would have cried. Because I have to
there was
think
like
of,
a
I think the opposite of that,
you did
that moment. I think of like, I'm like, oh, I didn't play that moment well enough. I should have cried.
It was
like, if I've cried in campaigns before, like I could do it. I could get in the space and cry.
I think it's a little more like gut wrenching the fact that he didn't cry. Like he didn't have a breakdown.
Right.
Like that. It was like anger and rage before it was anything sad. And I think that was way more impactful. Yeah.
For Reed, I think I have to go to a moment where like Ruthie, the character, was truly impressed with Reed. And it was when we were in the vault and Reed was reading off about the experiment in that vault. And like the way that Jake like improv'd a lot of that and came up with that.
Dude,
I genuinely was sitting there and I was like, oh shit. But it wasn't like just me who was sitting there like, oh shit. It was genuinely Ruthie like finding out that you shot the camera. And the way that like Reed held himself in that moment for both me and Ruthie, that was the moment where both of us were like, oh, this guy's not fucking around.
And then immediately found out that he was a robot.
But
I will also add on top, Jake, this is just a general thing for you. You are so cinematic with some of the descriptions.
Yes.
That it adds so much. And I hope you know that I appreciate the visual aids you provide.
It makes my film brain so happy.
I think the very first time you did it was after I hit the kill switch on the first batch of synths we saw, and you were like, and then if the camera pans down as he picks,
I was about to say, like, the amount of times I think I've heard Jaden say, and then the camera.
Oh, the camera. It's all about the camera.
It's all about the camera work,
especially considering what we found out in episode 12. It's like, oh, shit.
It's phenomenal.
And, go ahead.
Oh no, you go and then I'll finish.
Just talking about like the whole camera thing. I fucking love that, and that's honestly something that like I've kind of like had in my head playing TTRPGs and stuff like that. But like seeing, honestly, I think it was seeing like Spencer Stark do it in Candela Obscura that I was like, oh, like. I can just say that. I can just say that about the camera because like, we're the first audience, but then there's also the people who are actually watching this as our audience, which is fucking insane that there's some of you out there that are watching us do this. Anyways,
literally.
For real. But one of my favorite, the camera does this moments ever was when we were in that vault and the fight breaks out in the hallway while they're having meditation time in the and we just see we see the camera with the person fucking meditating and just the blood splatter on the fucking wall behind them. I loved it.
So good.
Oh my god.
Like, on your point, Jake, I also too like I sometimes forget that we're recording this for consumption, and I genuinely am like like the like my reactions are so genuine in the way that you guys like. I forget that I'm a part of this game. Like I'm
My
so
favorite
obsessed with
TV
the way.
show.
Oh,
I was
love
joking
when
about
lore,
that in chat, but I'm for real.
I love when lore gets revealed and I see Coda like.
Yay. That makes it see, because sometimes I have anxiety about that, so thank you for saying that. Kylie, for you, I like the reason I love Dr. Allison So Black is I'm gonna say that again. Maybe I'm a little bit tipsy. The reason I'm a lightweight. Listen, the reason I love Dr. Allison Black so much is because of that moment where she launched at Ruthie to take out her eyes. Because I had never, like, I have a couple of GMs that are not afraid to go there, but like, I think it was just so unexpected for me, both as Ruthie and as the player, that I genuinely was like my heart was beating really, really fast. And then of course it building into like Reed's protectiveness and his anger. But like the way that you, in that moment and in various other moments, but that moment specifically, were willing to just like get there and do that really like, which is partially why I'm so obsessed with her. Like, girl, yeah, you can gouge out my eyes any day. I would, but it was so good. And then I don't know. I want to thank you all for trusting me with that moment with Ruthie and her mom. Because I've been sitting on that.
Absolutely.
And I think that has to be my favorite moment for Ruthie, getting to say that to her mom.
That
and
monologue
like giving
was
her
something else, dude.
closure.
It was
Something else.
For real.
It was great.
Yeah. Incredible shit. Incredible.
Yes,
God,
Kylie.
Dang. I think my top favorite moment, because I go back and watch it a lot, just because I think it really captured the fun that we have at this table. And just, I love the moments when like there's that brief, something is said and then there's a brief moment of silence and then the whole group starts breaking out in laughter. That's when I'm like, this is a game, this is our game, and we're just inviting people to watch it. And JFK sloppy style. Hands down.
Put it on a shirt. I'll wear it up past.
Please.
JFK sloppy style.
Go back and watch that scene, and I'm just like, whoa. But then I'm like, but it was just, there's other moments that happen throughout the season where, because I watch through and I'm editing all of this, so I get to like, I'm in my room literally cracking up, and sometimes Cassandra will be, she's like, I'm like, oh, it's just them. They're just fucking knocking my socks off. But like I get to watch back and just like see all of you, and like I get to be the first audience member to watch it over, and it's so special. And I just think I'm like, and you know, it's scary to put yourself out there, and like it was scary to even submit to the Crit Awards, but I'm like, but watching back, I'm like, this is a fun table. We enjoyed ourselves, and I think that's what makes this such a special story and just a group. And then I think from there I'll jump into individual moments. Oh God, it's gonna be hard to narrow them down. Phil's no absolution scene was
yes.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Amazing.
Incredible. And the reason that one's in my mind is because that was one of the clips that you had marked, Coda. It's just going back and watching that, like I still get chills in that moment. I think, God, sorry, I'm like trying to like pick through. There's so many moments. Let's see. I think it's a combination, but I really enjoyed. I love even though the scrapbook is destroyed, I love the scrapbook moment between Phil and Alice. That moment was so beautiful, and that there was a level of vulnerability that I think you both captured really well. It felt so natural, and I don't know, I like feeling things, and that moment made me really feel, and then fucking the slow burn of Reed and Ruthie.
Dude.
I love a good slow burn, and
That kiss on
I
the
think
fucking Ferris wheel.
I know.
kiss on the Ferris wheel.
Dude.
Evil.
Yeah, and beyond that too, I think, and you already mentioned it. I Ruthie's monologue. I still like. I can't watch that without crying. It was just so beautiful. I think tonight actually was one of my favorite Hawk moments when you finally get to see Charlie. I think. I mean, there's other moments too, but like I think we have been building up for this. This is something we talked about a year ago, and to finally have that moment, and like, I'm like, I gotta still finish the session. I can't full on break down right now, but I just like thought about Charlie and like everything she had been through, and just like losing her dad and not having a mom, but she has Alice, and then like it was just really beautiful. Phil and Reed, I have loved watching both of you. I love seeing you two RP together. I mean, Victor and Scott and Streets of Nevermore, and then Reed and Phil and Fallout. Like, there's so many cool moments. I could go on and on. I can't pick because there's so many.
Yeah.
You guys fucking rock.
No, you fucking rock. Let me tell you tonight when that fucking garbled holotape came out, that was part of my backstory, and what was on it completely threw me for a loop. That was so good, dude. How long have you had that plan? You gotta tell me what was on it.
I think I've had that plan for about. I will say I didn't have it right away. I thought about it. I've had that plan since episode 7.
Wow.
That's still a long time, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's like 13
So that
episodes.
was
13 episodes ago.
September 16th.
Oof.
No, sorry. October 7th of last year is when
Oh
I.
my
Crazy.
god.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
That was no, there's just little things, you know, there, and a lot of it's evolved and changed. It's like, because I think there's just things that you all do and story beats that I see. I'm like, okay, let's grab this. How can we blend this in? How can we maybe twist this a little bit than what originally was there? And I don't know, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's super fun. But yeah, again, there's so many more, that all said, as we kind of head in, it's been we just recorded the last episode, and we've been going at this for a little bit. For the season. I want to reiterate that.
Gosh.
Let's go ahead and let's end with one last question here. Oh yeah, we got to do that other thing too. What is something that everybody is looking forward to exploring in season 2 for your character? Go ahead, Icarus.
Having my kid back and having to be a mom now. Having to do the shift from bounty hunter to being what I was programmed to be, I think it's going to be fascinating, because I haven't been a mom in like however many months or a year that it's been since I lost her. And I don't know what she's been through. And she's young. She's not really going to be able to tell me in detail what happened. So I think that's going to be fascinating. Additionally, the thing that we have been talking about for literally months at this point, I think before even PAX, the concept was brought up. So I'm very excited about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coda?
Go ahead.
I've got two as well.
I'm writing down
You're
stuff.
so fun. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think for Ruthie, the first thing is like truly finding out what happened to the settlement, because she blames Harmon, but you and I have talked about some things. And so I think finding out how Cam exactly died, because Ruthie woke up and Cam was dead. Finding out how her dad died and what actually happened to her settlement, and like what led to her being stabbed in the back and all that. And I think now too, knowing that she has this gene.
Yeah.
and how that's going.
You got the X gene.
You got the X gene.
Am I Jean Grey? Am I Jean Grey?
Yes, you are.
Bet. Finding out if at all that is going to impact the way that we continue forward. Like, not just with, like, healing Bria, but, like, we don't know exactly what Dr. Solomon wrote down. We only know what we took from the computer terminal. We don't know. So I'm interested to see if that's going to impact her at all, further than just Bria. So it's just, like, those two things. Like, what is that going to mean for Ruthie going forward? And I think just being a leader of a settlement again too is going to be, because it's similar to Hawk. Like, she hasn't done it in like almost a year now. Like, how is she going to feel going forward with all that? And of course the obvious, finding out her boyfriend is a synth if she ever does.
If
I think that's what I'm kind of looking forward to, is kind of seeing when that comes out, because I think, you know, it just gets worse the longer he puts it off, but also, like, he just doesn't know how to say it, because especially since he has, like, fallen in love with this person up here, and it's like, how do you tell them, like, hey, by the way, I'm not a human being. And I found that out.
There is
so you should probably know.
It's going to be very interesting, not just when she finds out, but also that when she finds out, both Phil and I have known and have also kept it secret the entire time.
Yeah.
In my head, when I think about it and when I think about what Ruthie's going to say, we haven't found Charlie yet. So I'm interested to see how this affects what I think she's going to say. I'm also interested because part of it depends on what Jake says. Because I've been going off of the idea, because I think at one point Reed had said that he can't be with Ruthie because of this.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see if Reed says that. I'm interested to see if that comes up, and if he says there's potentially another Reed out there for you. Those are like the two things in regards to that I'm hopeful for.
Hey, I've tried to put in the work. I've done all I can.
I believe in you, Richard.
I know.
Give him the confidence.
On that point, there was like a moment like months and months and months ago where I called Kylie because I had thoughts and I was driving, so I could not text Kylie. And I called Kylie with this like fucking heartbreak of an idea, and like I don't know that it's gonna happen based on like how the story has gone and stuff like that, but like
that means I can hear it now.
I don't know, maybe no later, another time, but yeah, I think Reed's initial reaction, there's some heartbreak in there that I've been stewing over, but
good.
But
Phil, what about you? Richard?
I think what I'm most interested in is building up the legend of Maneater, embracing this role, and I think blurring the lines between Phil and Maneater of kind of like how there's Batman and Bruce Wayne, but like Bruce really thinks that Batman is the true version of himself. I think that Phil is like, I feel like this is what he like, this is the role that he's meant to do, and I think that's what he's going on through his head. I'm going to sacrifice all of my own ambitions, all of my own things to like put on this scary face so I can be the protector of the innocent. So I can make sure kids don't get separated from their parents. So I can make sure that this never happens to someone again, or there will be retribution and there will be no absolution for you.
Oh.
I love it.
Yeah, Phil says fuck ice.
All of us say fuck ice. Hell yeah. Fuck ice.
Maneater gonna eat ice.
I read that. Yeah, that's what I thought. I read that
he
wrong.
only eats
I was like,
moms.
what the hell, Jake?
Maneater, your mom.
Maneater's gonna eat that.
You man-eatered my mom? That line was great. I'm also excited
That
to
was
see how
awesome.
our group of fuck ups manages a whole settlement.
I think we're gonna do great, man.
Oh,
It's gonna be fine.
also, I literally just went into my head. What the fuck is down there in the sink? Oh my god, the sink
Dude,
sounds
what's
so
there
crazy.
in the sink? We also
The
have
sink
to
sounds
think
so
about the
crazy.
fact that Vault Tech
Let
is
that sink
after
in.
you guys.
Yeah,
Still.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we might genuinely have to go back to O-Town to fuck up
Oh yeah,
Vault
that's.
Tech.
We also
Hey, we didn't make it
gotta
to
I'm
O-Town.
also
find your
interested
fucking
in
dad.
exploring.
We didn't make it to
Yeah, we gotta find your dad. We should probably go to the Garden of Adam.
we?
Just like
I mean,
throwing
maybe at
that
some
out
point.
there.
Maybe at some
Yeah.
point. Name of the fucking.
Yeah, you
maybe
know.
we just do what we did with this one, and we make Kylie think it's gonna be one season, but it's season 3.
Yeah.
Oh. If
I
we just
mean-
keep pushing it off, she has to
Right.
keep it going. Because when we hit
True,
Garden
true,
of
true,
Adam, it's
true.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's she gonna do? What's she gonna do?
What you?
There's so many. I have so many thoughts on. There's so many other. There's lots of threads that are still out
Yeah,
there.
there are.
I mean, between stuff with Vault Tech still,
Mhm.
with
Go.
with the sink, like that's a whole fucking thing we
It's
haven't
fine.
even explored.
We're gonna put up a fence.
Yeah. So
Wrong place, Pete.
So we're
wrong
recording-
place, Pete. If
Bro.
we don't meet wrong place,
Kane.
Pete.
Yo,
Kane,
yes, Kane.
Kanye.
Kanye!
Kill him.
Yeah. I mean,
Get him!
there's so much
That's
brewing
right.
in my mind. I cannot wait to throw some crazy fucking shit at
Yeah,
y'all
so
in season 2.
recording next week, right? That's what we said.
Right?
We're-
Right.
Yeah, you said
Yeah.
December, but let's be real. I can't go that long. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If I know I said this before when we started recording like 6 hours ago,
Crazy.
but
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
can't not go that long without seeing you guys. We have to do something
Yeah.
in the meantime,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah,
I
we
can't.
will.
Mhm.
We will.
Yeah.
For realsies. Well, awesome, y'all. Well, I'll say this as we kind of wrap up our unwind here. Season 1. Holy shit.
That's
It's done.
We made it.
It's done.
did
We're
it.
here and really excited to see where we take the story and
If I
excited for new
may.
character art. Yeah.
Thank you to all of you for watching us.
Yeah.
Mm,
Legitimately.
Without a doubt.
Like, all of
Without
this
a
would
doubt.
not be possible without you guys. Like the Crit Award nomination and being a finalist. Like the fact that we get again, I got recognized at Disneyland, we got recognized at PAX. Who knows what's gonna happen at Gen Con? Like that's all genuinely thanks to you guys.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
like to all of you watching and listening, thank you so much.
If I
seriously.
had flowers, I'd give them to you right now. So thank you.
Yeah.
Well, that said, y'all, we will sign off for now, but we'll be back for season 2 of Fall at the Garden of Adam and see where this story takes us. But until then, drink the water, eat the food, do something nice for yourself, and we'll see you in the wastelands, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye you guys.
Bye.